Okay, a lie-in this morning. It's about 5, but no coffee. Tesco opens in 1 hour. You know, if someone could tell me how my brain works, I'd love to know. I just watched that little clip back. It's 5 AM, but it doesn't make any sense. It's 5. I'm onto something here. This is what I do. I reflect upon myself to understand myself so I can become myself. And it's really working. So my pattern of thinking, my process of play was, I'm getting up, it's the morning, it's 5 AM, let's have a cup of coffee. But being half asleep, my first sentence was, oh, it's 5 AM, but you're not in my version of reality. You don't understand my pattern of thinking or what my internal needs are, because my emotions are different to yours. So I don't know how my place manages to be a dump every morning when I wake up. It's just crap everywhere. Any ideas? Any good? Okay, let's try this bad boy on for size. Have you ever heard of this guy before? Ken Robinson. If you haven't, I'm a bit disappointed in you. He's a professor of education who passed away in 2020. He has the most popular TED Talk of all time. 21 million views on YouTube. I think there's more on TED.com. 25 million. About schools killing creativity. Now, I'm not a PhD, I'm not an academic, but Extraordinary Evidence of Human Creativity, 2007 this was published. And this is his most recent book, Creative Schools, Revolutionising Education from the Ground Up. Now, what I'm trying to achieve with the Self-Discovery Show and help you emerge from yourself can be done quickly and efficiently with this idea of being creative when you're a kid, instead of being, again, I'm not an expert, being told or having structure to follow or repetition of classes. I don't know, I don't understand it all. But getting back to yourself, getting back to your true self, this true and false concept. The false self is something you adopt when you're a kid or a teenager, a false way of being in the world. The true self is more accurate to who you are. Now, they're not fixated concepts. It's not, this is the way I am, that's not the way I am. I don't think that's how it works. But this navigating back is what I'm interested in now. As somebody who's recently been very traumatically navigated back to my inner child during adulthood by a psychotherapist, to have this eruption of trauma, this psychological rebirth, to have all that conscious experiences from my true self processed back through my body to become the way I am now. So I'm intuitive, I'm emotional, I'm very aware of my intellect and how I think about things, to the degree of like engineering, problem solving kind of stuff. I'm very aware that other people aren't like that, and this could solve a lot of things. This could solve a lot of difficult problems, and this self-discovery stuff is so real. It is so real, and something has to be done. Something I can't just stop with these vlogs and these videos, because it's just I hate that phrase. Everything happened for a reason. I hate that. I can't stand it. But everything happened for you. Like, I get that. Everything happened for me. Okay, and now all this starts to make sense. Building a machine of psychological change, childhood trauma, going off into the corporate world, all of that relentless effort to get as educated and experienced as I could, and just to be relentlessly pursuing the thing I feel I'm supposed to do, in order to find it in myself. To say there isn't something else going on here in life, it's just not true. Anyway, for some fun stuff. Has anybody seen this TikTok?
Hey, just wanted to see how that pause music was coming along. What do you think about this?
Well, the good news is I've done my own version here. Emotions are cool. If you can find me a male in his 30s who doesn't know what that music is, let me know, because I just cannot fathom how that doesn't happen. And what do you think about this TikTok too? It's supposed to say emotions rock. Maybe I'll get some t-shirts made. Emotions rock. And then go to the gym and just get my pump on. Okay, so just to finish on more of a serious note, I've got this old channel from approaching 3 years ago now. Now, I don't claim to understand how the human experience works, how you deeply reconcile with yourself. What I've got here is I've got this video of me, this old channel here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rob Show. And I just can't believe the journey from getting there to here. It's something which we can't quite grasp yet as individuals. There's this guy in Manchester called Warren Mansell, and he's talking about models of psychological change. And for me, when we have those models of psychological change, the stuff I'm talking about, the self-discovery stuff, will kind of be reconciled with. But for now, I have this photo here, live as if it were impossible to fail, and I'm pretty sure I can help everybody do that. Help everybody understand their own version of reality enough so they can live as if it were impossible to fail. Now, I've chosen that not because of who he is and millions of subscribers, but because of the transparency of the whole thing. Because if you're anything like me, that phrase, live as if it were impossible to fail, okay, what are you actually doing if you're doing that? You're not riding a skateboard around New York City, because that's not who you are, that's not who I am, that's who he is. And that's kind of the process I think I've gone through from these videos in 2019 for a important meeting this afternoon to now, this very deep reconciliation process. I look at that video now and I think, well, yeah, that's kind of me. How was I so lost? How did I have just no sense of direction, no identity, no momentum?